I'm going to do another video of Candlestick Cove and me swimming in this wonderful water. It is cold, but I've gotten accustomed to it and I don't feel cold right now. I'll probably come out and be blue. But once you get accustomed to the water, it doesn't seem to bother me at least. And this cove it's so pristine. I feel like this water is like from the Strait of Georgia, which I can't remember the rename on that. I just can't think of it right now. But anyways, it's such fresh water. And it's kind of surreal to swim out here. I don't think I've ever swam when the tide has been this high here. And I'm not even sure I've ever actually swam in the bay. I've waded through it probably, but I don't know if I've ever swam here. So this is kind of a new experience for me, and I'm loving it. Beautiful bay. I wish I had a GoPro, and I could take you with me, and you could see what I'm seeing. There was a seal here earlier too, and I think the tide's running, so I think he was trying to get a snack. They do that. But as soon as he saw me, he ducked down and he hasn't shown his face since then. There's a little island over here I'm tempted to swim up to. We usually can easily walk to that island from when the tide's low. We just walk down. There's a little bit of water you got to cross. But then it's easy just to go right to the island. Wow, so cool. Oh, I love it. Very serene. There's not even a lot of boat traffic. Like it seems that when we're out here, there'll be like sailboats and motorboats going by, but there's not even any of that. Oh, heron! Can you hear that? He's not impressed. I probably wrecked his fishing. Really not impressed. I'm trying to figure out what that sound was. The squawking heron. Big dog. Oh, there's a big kelp. Kelp, I found some kelp. Yeah, these are these big kelp. They look like girls with hair. Long hair. I think I'll swim across to the other side. Some of the sandstone in these bays on the Gulf Islands, and I've seen elsewhere, Turner has a lot of it. It's called updike. It's really amazing. It's just, I guess it was volcanic flow that came to the ocean, and then sometimes it becomes like a conglomerate rock where it picks up a bunch of little rocks and then hardens with all those little rocks in it. And other times it just forms into really cool sort of features. Like across here, there's a couple that are kind of cool. But there's many sandstone caves on Saturna. There's often one on Street Cove Road on Galliano Island. But these are kind of cool. I'm going to show you, but you know, we need a GoPro. Very cool. I made it across to the other side. That's probably where that heron was. And boy, did I pick him off. It's like, excuse me. I was fishing and you invaded my spot. What a beautiful swim. It's not like it's, sunny or anything like that, but it's just awesome being out here. It feels so surreal. And I'm not cold. Like I feel like my skin is probably like there's no feeling of being cold. I'm sure my body temperature is not as high before I went in. I'm also moving too, so I think probably I'd feel like coming in if I quit swimming. Exposure to all this wonderful water, fresh and peaceful. I'm the noisiest, most destructive thing out here. And that might not be the first time in my life that I was the noisiest thing. Oh well, I come by it honestly. There's sort of a stillness here that is, I really feel sometimes when I swim, ooh, there's a bit of seaweed there. I feel very close to God when I swim sometimes. Ocean depths and stillness, much water, very pristine. Of course, that current's bringing in just a little bit of these kelps and stuff that we see, because the kelp doesn't, those big long kelps that I held up, there isn't one close to me here, but those don't grow in this bay. There's eelgrass and the shorter, like seaweed type grass that the crabs really like. They kind of hide under it. There's a bit of that, well, a lot of that grows in this bay, but the kelp actually is in the bigger ocean, so it gets ripped off of its anchor because they attach themselves to glom onto a rock or whatever it is, and then sometimes the rock gives way or they break off or something, boat runs into them maybe, and then they float back in, right? So the ones that are floating in the bay, I don't know if you can actually see them, but I swam by a couple. Those don't grow in this bay. It's not deep enough, or it's not the right situation for them. And the seal, he just went away. He did not stay. He did not stay, he went away. The cat came back the very next day. The cat came back, he just couldn't stay away. Yeah. There's a floating piece of driftwood right where he was, though. Made me think it was him, but it's not. I'll just swim up to the camera. So that was a longer video, but this is my well-loved place to swim now because I've done it on a day that I really had to convince myself to go in because it was so cold when I first got in the water. I'm so glad I did, though. And so I hope you enjoyed this. And again, this is Saltspring Island, Candlestick Cove, right close to Nose Point.